In 1871, a young girl named Sarah Mills was sent to the Bicester Union workhouse. Her crime? None. She was simply poor. This is her story, a story not of rebellion or theft, but of survival. A child forgotten by history, trapped in a system that punished poverty itself. To understand Sarah's life, we must go back to her beginning. She was born in 1859, the third of 5 children of Thomas and Mary Mills, a rural laboring family from Islip, Oxfordshire. Her father was a thatcher, paid by the job, his income rising and falling with the seasons. Her mother took in washing when she could. Their cottage, one of a long terrace of soot-darkened stone, held no more than 2 rooms. There was never enough food, never enough firewood, and when Thomas died of lung fever in the winter of 1868, Mary was left with 5 mouths to feed and no wage. On a gray January morning, Mary walked 6 miles to the parish office and signed her name, or rather, made her mark, an X. That mark sentenced her family to the workhouse. The admission register lists them one by one. Mary Mills, widow, age 32, Sarah, 10, Thomas, 8, Anne, 6, Edward, 3. The family was separated immediately upon entry. Boys in one ward, girls in another, mothers apart from children. For Sarah, that was the moment her childhood ended. Daily life in the workhouse was harsh. Children like Sarah began work at dawn, washing linens, picking oakum, or scrubbing the stone floors. The food was meager, bread, thin gruel, and on good days, a spoon of sweet pudding. Punishments were swift, talking after hours, taking an extra piece of bread, looking out the window too long. The system was designed not to help, but to deter, to make poverty unbearable. In 1870, the Education Act promised schooling for all children, but inside the workhouse, that promise rang hollow. Sarah learned to write her name only at 13. Her teacher noted, "Quiet girl, good worker, frail." Within a year, she was sent out as a pauper apprentice, a legal form of child labor. Her employer, a farmer in the nearby village of Launton, her wage, a single shilling a week. For 3 years, Sarah lived and worked in that farmhouse. She milked cows before dawn, fed pigs, cleaned, cooked, and mended. The farmer's wife described her as a good girl, though often sickly. In October 1875, the parish record lists her as hospitalized with weakness of the chest. That phrase, weakness of the chest, often meant tuberculosis. She never returned to the farm. 2 months later, in December 1875, the Bicester burial register records a simple line: Sarah Mills, pauper apprentice, aged 16. No headstone, no obituary, just a name in fading ink. Sarah's story is not unique. In Victorian England, thousands of children like her were never criminals, yet were punished as if they were. The workhouse system didn't just feed the poor, it erased them. Each name on those brittle pages, a life reduced to numbers, age, and cause of death, reminds us that behind every statistic was a child who dreamed, who worked, who hoped to escape. Sarah Mills was not a thief. She was a survivor, until she wasn't. And in remembering her, we remember the millions like her, who paid the price of poverty in silence. Dedicated to all children lost to the workhouse system, 1834 to 1914.